Good morning, good morning, good morning. This week I was reading through a book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. It's a classic, self-help book published in somewhere in 1948, It offers a practical and very time-tested advice on overcoming worries, anxiety, Well, it doesn't directly focus on work-related worries. Many principles can be applied to the area of, life, including work, So, so here are some few takeaways from this book, where you can stop worrying and start living. The very first thing is to face the fact, is to acknowledge, that I'm worrying. I'm worrying, and this worry is really, I'm suffering, and this is the worry that is dwelling in me, the worry that, it's about the past mistake that we did something, or it is about some dress up that my friends might envy me or something, or they may say something, or my friends or my colleagues have done a great thing in life and I'm still yet to do many things, those worries. So all these worries, these are facts, and you must face it. Before you accept that I'm worrying, you will not have you are sending a letter to someone, and if you don't have an address, it will reach, it won't reach anywhere. So for that reason, you should first accept that there is a worry that you have to, solve, and then objectively, take action to solve them, he recommends that separating the thing you can control, there is a serenity prayer. I hope you remember, I talk a lot of times that God grant me the wisdom, wisdom to accept the things that I cannot change, and the energy to change the things I can, and the knowledge, and the wisdom to know the difference between the things that I can change and that I cannot change, and that I have to face, in middle. So you should separate these things, the one that you can change, one that you cannot change, and you have to build an acceptance for that. Yes, life is like that. A lot of people have built through a lot of things. We have to build acceptance because our mind is such, that we can focus only on one thing. When we are eating, we can just eat. We can't do a lot of things. So we cannot focus on multiple things. So for that reason, we have to build an energy to accept the things that I cannot change, and start working with the things that I can change. And where we need the knowledge to know the difference between these two, that the things that I can change and that I cannot change. So in between, a middle path. So leave a day, tight compartment, means overwhelming yourself with long-term anxieties. You will be thinking that this year I might fail, or my exam may not go well. If you worry about that, I may not earn a good profit in my business, or I may not get my visa, or whatever, or I may not get that particular training, whatever. All these worries, rather than worrying, focus on today. Today, what I can do, how I can keep myself busy, make a tight schedule and work on it, because otherwise, if you don't, actually the idle mind is a devil's workshop. That's true. When our mind is idle and when we don't have anything to do, a lot of things creep in. Wow, this might happen. Suddenly a tiger might come and eat me, or suddenly I might see a ghost or something like that, because we have that scary feeling inside since childhood, and we always optimize that into a bigger thing. And so don't think of long term. If that is worrying you, then make it into short goals. Today I want to achieve this and that, and then complete and finish it. That's how you do it. So that will reduce your burden of the future and make the progress feel achievable. Means if you just achieve something today, today, if you achieve a little thing, you will just feel accomplished in the evening, at night, when you go to bed, you will feel that, yeah, I did today something, that was an interesting thing and I could accomplish this thing. That's how you feel, that you could do something. So that is very important thing. Use using worries constructively, because we think that worry is a problem, and if we don't worry, we will not do it. If there is no pressure of work that you got to do it, we have a very bad habit of doing the thing in a last moment. When we wait till the last moment, then we do the things because we are compelled to, and that is because the worry is there, the creeping in. So whenever you sleep, whenever you are about to sleep at night, just think about what all the pressing issues that will worry you, and you better write it down. Write it down and do what could go wrong, analyze, and then prioritize and do it. That's how you use the worry for advancement, for better prospect, for developing yourself. So that is very important. You should not be worrying so much, and that it will suffer you, it will pain you. Rather, you write it down and you elaborate and you start doing something over this. Don't borrow troubles. You are always, don't waste time anticipating problem that this might happen to me, that might happen to me, because a lot of things that we anticipate, out of 100%, 99% of them never happen. Just 1% of what we think this might happen. Otherwise 99% is just our imagination. We're imagining this might happen, that might happen, I might die tomorrow, that I might have an accident, or I might fail in this, my business might go down, I might flop with my business, a lot of things, and I might fail in my studies, I may not get this. A lot of things are worry, but out of that, only 1% of the things happen. 99% are just our worries. So don't borrow it. Don't. Whenever your mind goes into that worry mode, always question it. Why am I worrying? Don't try to catch the thought. When we try to catch the thought, we cannot. What you're talking and saying inside, our thought is made up of what we say inside. So what you say inside, you have to catch that one. What am I talking inside? What I'm telling to myself. That's what you should be thinking. That's what you should change. What I'm talking inside. What I'm talking inside is making me think this thing, that thing. So it's change the topic. Be positive. Positivity does not guarantee success, but it will obviously extend your life. We are worrying and we are taking a lot of pressure. Our lifespan is reducing. We are aging. If we don't keep ourselves motivated and happy, we are not releasing our dopamine that will give us a youngness. We will not get an energy to do exercise. If we don't do exercise, we'll not release endorphin. That will not give us happiness. If we don't think positive about people, we won't love people. If we don't love people, we'll not reach oxytocin. All these are happiness hormone. So all these things will happen only if we just learn to forget those troubles, and think on a positive direction. Make a to-do list. Take action, small action. Take small action, and then just as you progress with one small action, and if you just build if you are successful in that, you will be happy. It will motivate you to do another action. So that is how it is. Don't sawdust the past. Holding on to the past and regrets can fuel worry. Advise accepting what you can change. So that I told you earlier also. So cultivate the formula of telling yourself, wow, this is like this. Like it will happen in life. This too shall pass. I can. I will. I will stop worrying. I will do something better. Cultivate this magic formula in you. Whenever you worry, just say, I can do it. Nothing will happen to me. See, this. So you have to do that. And if it is an extreme case, you have to get help. Share your burden. Share your burden with people around whom you trust can really give you solutions. Talk with them that I'm worrying like this. This might happen to me. That might happen to me. Actually, their solution will not have it will not give you a solution like pulling out a sting from your body. It won't immediately cure, but at least whatever you talk with people and they give you the solution, that solution might motivate you to do something better. Actually, solution is within us. We are all capable of same thing. We are human being. we are capable of same thing. Everyone is capable of becoming a scientist. Everyone is capable of becoming a strongman, a fighter. Everybody is capable of becoming that, because we have a similar structure. Only thing is, the difference is that way we eat, way we talk, way we learn, way we see things around, and the environment in which we cultivate ourselves. That is the only difference, So just stop doing all these things and start living, start living. Remember that overcoming worry is not a destination, it's a journey, it's a process through which you have to be learning. You have to do a lot of things, and so it's a journey. Don't think that today, yesterday you were wearing, and today you just listen all these things and you become motivated, and you see that you have energy, and you think the worries are gone. No, it's a process, continuous process. We must tackle it day in and day out. So I just read one story also, and I'll just share you one story. Once there was a girl, who worked hard, to try and crack her entrance exam, like entrance exam for a competitive exam for a job, and she had prepared so much for 1 year, 2 years, and then she tried, and finally on the day of the result, she couldn't make it. She failed in her result, and so what happened was, she started feeling very sad. She started feeling anxious, and her father was observing what was happening to his daughter. The daughter was very sad. She was not willing to do anything, and so one fine day he thought, I must do something. My daughter is feeling sad. So he called the daughter to the kitchen, and he placed 3 bowls on the stove, and poured water on that, and he poured potato in one pot. In another pot he kept some eggs to boil, and on the third pot he put some coffee beans to boil. So they were waiting. He turned on the stove and was boiling, and they were waiting, and finally waiting for some time, the daughter got irritated, and she was asking, what is this, what are you trying to do? I know this, it must be simple thing, why are you trying to, I'm already worried. So father asked her, wait for some time, I'll tell you something and you will feel relaxed, or you will feel great about it. Just relax. After, I think maybe around 10 or 15 minutes, they started boiling, and father turned off the stove, all the 3 stove. He took out potato from first pot, he kept it on the plate. He took out egg from the second pot, kept it in the second plate, and he took out that coffee, and he poured over a glass, he sieved over the glass. So, and firstly he told you, what do you see? Then she felt irritated, and you say, it's very simple. You can see it's a coffee, it's a egg, it's a potato, it's a egg and a coffee. There's nothing great about it. Then father said, you just touch it, touch the potato. She touched, and the potato had become soft and squeezy, The potato was soft and squeezy. Then father broke the egg, the egg it had become hard, it has become hard. And he gave a cup of coffee to smell, She smelled and she smiled, Now he told him, you see, all these things, the coffee, the potato, the egg, the coffee, all these things went into same situation. It went into hot water, it was boiling, The potato, which was hard initially, it was very hard. After boiling in the water, it became soft and squeezy, means it got changed from inside. It became weak, and it got soft. Now the egg, which was liquid, a jelly before, boiling, it went into the same situation, but it became hard and strong, it had become strong from inside, So that's what. The coffee, it was just the beans, it boiled, and it completely made that water into a coffee. It changed the whole environment, So it's like that. Life is also like that. We are given the same situations, whether we want to become a soft, we want to become hard and strong and face the situations, or we want to change ourselves completely out of that situation, become a new human being out of that situation. The choice is ours. So with this, I end today's talk. Have a great weekend. Just think about it and have a good weekend. And Teshidele to everybody. Take care.